The Sumire lenses have a very unique character that you don't see in other modern lenses. I often get asked on set, oh, what are those lenses that you're using? Wherever you point them, they look so good. My name is Clemens Mundjonki and I'm a director of photography. I work in drama, TV series, documentaries and commercials. So I started off as an airplane engineer, and then through a happy coincidence I kind of fell into the film industry. Started off as a soundy and then realized that cameras are cooler. Sea Dragon is a film based in the Victorian time in the English coast. And as soon as I heard about the topic and the story, I was drawn into it. Sea Dragon is about the young Mary Anning, and she was, I think, the first one to discover fossils on the English coast. In the film, Mary Anning finds the first fossil of this weird-looking crocodile and has to basically convince a larger audience of that it's not a crocodile, that it's some sort of a dinosaur from a different era, and which, yeah, proves to be quite difficult because she's just a young girl. I am quite a fan of working with older Canon lenses. I've always liked the Canon K35s. So I was really happy when Canon first announced the Sumire range, because I was kind of expecting to see that characteristics of their old lenses, but just in a bit of a modern housing. The Sumires have a very cinematic, painterly look to them. So we wanted to have a nice polished look, but still have that character of the time. We tested a couple of other lenses, but they stood out for their characteristics, and there was a lot of candlelight in all the scenes. It was all, we tried to light it in a way so it looks candlelit, and it worked really well. They have like a nice halation around the candlelight, and that just brings it out and helps the overall atmosphere. So the bokeh of the Sumire lenses feels very organic, very natural. It's very smooth, it just sort of rolls off. I've never really noticed any distracting objects. For Sea Dragon, we mainly use the 35 and the 85mm lenses. They just work really nicely on larger sensors and just give you a nice field of view, basically. What I personally quite like about the Sumire lenses is that they enable you to shoot in two different styles, basically. So as soon as you open them up, wider than about 2.5 to 8, the painterly character of the lens really shines. And if you stop them down a little bit to 8 or 4, you get a really crisp and sharp image. So depending on sort of the project you work on or on the scene, you can dial in the look nicely or dial it out a bit. For example, in Sea Dragon, a lot of the close-ups, a lot of the sort of portraits, I like to open up the lens a little bit more to just soften the skin even more and to get a nice sort of halation around the sort of fine details in the hair and things, and it just gives you a really, really nice look. It's still not easy to find lenses which cover all the new full-frame sensors. So it's nice to have the option with the Sumire primes to shoot them on full-frame sensors and larger without worrying about vignetting or anything.